Hi guys, let's jump straight into this workout. We have 10 exercises, 40 seconds on with 20 seconds of rest between each one, and we're doing 2 rounds for 20 minutes total. Our first exercise is a bear crawl. So get on your hands and knees and lift your knees slightly above the ground. You want to keep your back flat, parallel to the ground, and removing one hand and the opposite leg at the same time, walking side to side across the mat or whatever space is available for you. Make sure your hands stay directly below your shoulders and your knees are directly below your hips. Push yourself away from the ground with your arms, and again, knees stay close to the ground so that your back is parallel to the ground. Keep a strong core and walking side to side. Opposite hand with opposite leg. Great job, take a short rest here. Next up is squat jumps. So you're just going to squat down low and jump high into the air. When you squat down, make sure your knees are going directly over your toes, not caving in or out. And swing your arms behind you so that you can use the momentum from your arms to jump even higher. Great job, just a few more seconds here. Next, we're going to do mountain climbers. Get into a plank position on your hands, pushing the ground away from you, and switching feet, crunching one knee in towards your opposite arm. Awesome job with that. Another rest, and next up is going to be lateral hops. So for this, you're going to want to find a line in the ground to hop over. I'm using a pen for this, and you're going to stand to one side of it and hop over to the other side. Nice, you're doing great so far. Next up is going to be bicycle kicks. For this, you're lying on your back and extending one leg while the other crunches in. You want to keep your elbows back and crunch toward your knee with your opposite shoulder. So remember, elbows back, crunching your shoulder to your knee. It's going to be a little less twisting than it would if you're touching your elbow to your knee, but it's a lot more effective for your abs. Good stuff. Next up is jumping V's. getting back into a plank position on your hands and pushing the ground away from you. You're going to jump your feet up to one side of your hands, as close to your hands as you can, and then jump back into a plank position. Then jump to the other side and back. Make sure that you're jumping back into a plank position, keeping your abs tight and tucking your hips. Alright, next up we're starting in a deep squat position, so squat down as low as you can, making sure your knees are directly over your toes, and then lifting one leg up and extending it down to a side lunge. Once you're in this side lunge, touch your toes with your opposite hand, back to a squat, and then extend the other leg. Whenever you touch your toes, you're going to have to hinge forward slightly. Make sure that you're maintaining a nice flat back. It's really easy to hunch forward for this, but keep your lower back flat and keep your lats engaged, shoulders down and back. You're doing great so far. Next up is jumping jacks. Feet jump apart then together, arms up overhead and then back down by your sides. Okay, we're on our 8th exercise now. It's going to be a swan. So kind of like a Superman, you're lying on your stomach and you want to lift everything up off of the ground except for your hips. Squeezing your upper, middle, and lower back. Keep your feet together, engaging your glutes, and start with your hands up overhead and keeping your arms straight. Bring them down by your sides and behind your back, touch them behind your back, and then bring them back overhead. Again, remember to keep your feet together and pull yourself up off the ground as much as you can. Our last exercise in this set is going to be a plank jumping jack. So get in a plank position on your hands, again pushing the ground away from you, nice flat back and hips tucked, and you're just going to jump your feet apart and then back together. Don't let your hips rise up, stay in a nice plank position. Everything in alignment. Great job. We are halfway through. We did all of the exercises that we're going to do in this circuit. We're going back to the beginning, starting with the bear crawl. For the bear crawl, remember to keep your knees close to the ground, directly under your hips. Push yourself away from the ground with your arms, and move the opposite arm with the opposite leg. Great job. Take a short rest here. Next is squat jumps. Squat down low, keeping your knees directly over your toes, and swing your arms back to use them as momentum whenever you jump up. When you come down, don't land on your knees. Come down into a squat directly into the next rep. Next is mountain climbers. Get into a plank position on your hands, pushing yourself away from the ground, and contracting one knee up towards your opposite arm at a time. Great job. Another short rest here. For the lateral hops, use a pen or just a line in the floor, and you're going to hop sideways, back and forth over that line. Awesome job with that. 6 exercises to go. Now we have bicycle kicks. Lying on your back, remember to keep your elbows back. And lead with your shoulder, pushing it up towards your knee. Good job, another rest. 5 exercises left. Now we have jumping V's. Get back into a plank position on your hands. Pushing yourself away from the ground, hips tucked, abs tight, and jumping up to one side of your hands, then back to a plank, keep your hips down for that, and then jumping up to the other side. Awesome job, 4 exercises to go. Keep it up. Next we're getting into a deep squat, so as low of a squat as you can, while keeping your back straight of course. And then extending one leg into a side lunge, and then touching your toes with the opposite hand. Keeping your back straight the entire time, nice flat lower back, and lats engaged, shoulders back and down. Coming back into a deep squat and then doing the other side. Awesome job there. Take another rest. We have 3 exercises left. You're almost finished. Next up is jumping jacks. Feet jump out and back together as your arms extend overhead and then back down by your sides. Try to focus on your breathing for this one. Keep it at a nice steady pace, whatever's sustainable for you. Great job, rest again, 2 exercises left. Second to last exercise is the Swan, lying on your stomach. Pulling everything but your hips up off the ground, engaging your upper, middle, and lower back, and also engaging your glutes, keeping your feet together, legs straight. Start with your arms overhead and keep them straight as you move them down and behind your back, touching them behind your back, and then bringing them back up overhead. Remember, feet together, legs straight. Use all of your posterior muscles to pull you off the ground. Good job, stay strong. Rest, we have 1 last exercise. You got this. And that last exercise is the plank jumping jacks, so getting into a plank on your hands. Pushing the ground away from you, keeping your hips tucked and your abs strong. Jump your feet out to the sides, and then back in together. Maintain that flat plank position. Just a few more seconds here. and you're finished. Awesome job. 20 minutes of HIIT, a lot of jumping in that one. Way to stick with it and see it through. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next workout.